So the learning objectives for Module 1 are: by the end of this module, you will be able to describe research literacy as an issue related to health and community practice. You will be able to describe the definitions and history of research literacy for professional practitioners, such as yourself. What you will also be able to do is to understand how to read and use your modules and textbook. So, before we get into this title, one of the things I want to talk to you about is research literacy as a health and community practice issue. Simply being able to read research material or reports on research in the media is not the same as being able to evaluate research for its accuracy, truthfulness, and usability. In the section titled An Introduction to Research Literacy in Chapter 1 of your textbook, the authors provide some examples of misinformed individuals making poor choices, poor decisions that impact their health and well-being and that of their loved ones. As service providers and practitioners, the ability to find, understand, and use relevant and accurate information well can lead to serious health implications for care recipients. There is a link for a terrific video on how conclusions are based on single studies. It is a YouTube video, and the link is provided in the text component of this section of the module. The keywords that you would use would be bad science reporting. The video discusses the import of poor research reporting in the media, particularly from single studies, and media is a source that we depend on to inform us in making decisions. An example would be parents deciding to not vaccinate their children is directly the downstream consequence of a famously retracted study, and this is the study here. The study claimed that vaccines cause autism. This study on vaccines and autism was published in the prestigious journal, The Lancet. It was retracted several years later, but it had some serious ramifications. The media went on a hyperbole, influencing familial decisions. Celebrities joined the bandwagon in dissuading families from vaccinating children on prominent media outlets. The keyword to find one of these prominent media personalities would be Jenny McCarthy, 2008, on CNN, speaking about autism. Unfortunately, in this situation, an instant rebuttal from leading researchers was not possible, as the impact on unvaccinated children was diminished due to what we understand clearly as a herd immunity effect. As you can imagine, it is not easy, not even for professionals. The average person finds it very hard. The media finds it hard to not be influenced by impactful information. It is simply that much more important that we learn to assess true impact and credibility of what we read and how we process that information. As professionals in the workplace, we have to be aware of not just relevant research, but also as to how the information was generated. We have to be aware of the ethics and politics that influenced the creation of this new knowledge. Your textbook informs you that you must do this by reading primary literature. With patience and effort, students will master the nuances of reading and understanding research papers in their field of interest. Since it is similar to learning a new language, it will start off as being vague and unfamiliar. But with repeated exposure, you will have familiarity and, as a result, feel comfortable reading, understanding, and even communicating in technical jargon that's relevant to your interests. At this time, read the section titled An Introduction to Research Literacy from Chapter 1 of your textbook. If you're done, go ahead and click on the links for the 2 YouTube videos if you haven't already, and then we can move on to the next section in this module.